patches just like this one, the Bayonet Frog patch, have been some of the most insane investments throughout the short history of CS2 so far. But as of late, like over the past month or so, things have not been going as well for patches. Patches are starting to cool off for the first time in a long time. That's left a lot of people wondering, why is this happening? What the heck's going on? And what should we do from here? So in this video today, we're going to hopefully be trying to take on some of those questions and much more, and talking about why patches are going crazy and what the heck we should do about it. Today's video is sponsored by Skins Monkey, an automated CS2 trading platform where you can turn your skins into new ones simple and easy. All you have to do is click on the skins that you want to get rid of, click on the skins that you want, and then click trade items. Now, if you don't have enough balance for the items you want, you can use code GERM to get up to $5 free bonus on your first trade. You can also use that same code GERM to get a 5% extra deposit bonus on top of the 30% deposit bonus that Skins Monkey is already offering. So there's really no reason to not go check out Skins Monkey with that first link in the description below today. This is what the 1 month graph for the Bayonet Frog patch looks like right now, and hey, this thing doesn't look great, but it's probably not as bad as it seems. I mean, it's not good. The Bayonet Frog patch is definitely going down over the past month. I own a couple of these myself. I've seen the prices dropping, and yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on, obviously, but things aren't maybe as bad as this graph makes it look, because these are just Steam prices. These are Steam sales, and obviously the Bayonet Frog is a relatively illiquid item, and it's also a little bit more expensive item. You know, this was $709 a month ago, and now it's $471, which is a crazy drop off. That's a very, very fast drop off, but at the same time, there's not a lot of sales going on here, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. But everywhere on Buff163, on Float, everywhere, the Bayonet Frog prices are dropping. They have been dropping very, very fast, but that's kind of to be expected, I think, in some ways, because hey, this thing has gone absolutely insane. You know, this was a year ago today, this thing was $200, so seeing it at almost $471 right now, even after this drop off of whatever, it's down 33% in the past month, this thing is still up insane in the past year, and it just had so much room to come back down after such an insane run. And if we look at some of the other patches, like a lot of the other Riptide patches, like Deadman, you know, it's down 11% in the past month. You have Sunset Wave, which is actually up 2% in the past month, and I think this is maybe one of the more underrated Operation Riptide patches, because it looks like really cool. I think it's like a very, very pretty patch, and I think it actually can look cool on agents. We have Aquatic Offensive down 15%. We have Mealtime down 3%, so holding up a little bit better as well. So that's a lot of the different Riptide patches. Obviously, Bayonet Frog getting hit the hardest, but the Bayonet Frog had also risen up the highest and risen up kind of the fastest as well, and just had this absolutely insane graph. And yeah, some of the reasons why I think this has happened is, one, obviously the Operation Riptide patches had just gone insane as of late. I mean, you can look over any time period and the Operation Riptide patches had gone really crazy. Obviously, you look at the 6 months, it's down a little bit as of late, but again, in the past years, we're still up 100% even after this, and previously we had been up hundreds of percentages. So things were getting really excited, and whenever the market gets a little bit too hot, a little bit too hyped, a little bit too excited about stuff, there's going to be some FOMOing into it. The prices are going to go higher and higher and higher, and then eventually there's no new people to buy in, so prices are going to come back down a little bit. Also, those people who are buying in at those mega all-time highs, those 300% a year or whatever, once those prices start to drop at all, they're going to be the ones panic selling out because they just bought in to get some quick gains or quick cash or whatever. So this is normal in all these kind of hype cycles. So I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about. Definitely some of the other reasons why we're starting to see Operation Riptide patches cool off a little bit is because we didn't actually get new agents in the Armory update. And I do think that that is definitely something that so many patch collectors and people who actually use and apply patches, people who collect the patches or people who collect, you know, patched agents, people were really, really hoping for new agents to come out or for new agents to be part of the new content, because new agents means fresh agents to actually be collecting and fresh agents to actually be applying patches onto and like crafting. Just like people craft the new skins with stickers, people like in the patch community, people like to craft the patches on agents, obviously, and we need some fresh new agents. And also, we've seen the rise of the agent prices, especially with the Armory update coming out. We know agent prices were just going up and up and up. I know I made a video recently that some of those agent prices were coming back down, but still, agents prices are kind of sky high. We need some relief in that agent market, and obviously, as agents get more expensive, it gets more expensive to craft with them, it gets more expensive to actually use them, so people are going to be less incentivized to actually buy agents and use them and craft patches with them as well. Another reason definitely why patches have been affected a little bit as well is we did get the leak or the information from Gabe Follower that Valve was working on a new set of patches to be released in the Armory update at some point, and obviously those did not come out just yet, but still we know those are on the horizon and probably coming soon. So I'm not as worried about those because I think competition is fine. I still think the fundamentals of the Riptide patches are still really, really good. They're relatively old patches. They're relatively small supply. The good thing about patches as well is they are consumable items, so the supply is always going down. And again, if we do ever get new agents, that could be a really, really good thing for the supply of these to go down even further. So I do think those are just some of the reasons. I know that there are some people concerned, obviously, about the prices and stuff like that. But again, I'm not too worried about this. Yes, obviously, if you bought in these inflated price ranges, and I did buy a few of these at some like not so great prices. Some of these were cash traded to me. Some of these were just investments where I wanted to put a little bit more money into my Operation Riptide stuff. But again, even though the Bayonet Frog is getting really murdered over the past month, some of the other stuff is not doing as bad. Being down 11% in a month, it's not great, but it's not that terrible. Some of these patches are up. If we look at some of the other things like the silver metal patches, things down 10% in the past month, but again, it's not great, but it's not 30%. It's not like just because the Bayonet Frog's down 30%, it's not like everything is down that much. We do have the metal silver demon down 21% as well. I did think it was interesting as well. Another way to invest in patches, another thing to look out for in the patch market, and I do own some of these as well, is the Stockholm Contenders patch packs, because again, we know that patches are consumable items. Well, you can get a patch pack, which is also a consumable item in a way, to actually have some of these old items. And we know if Valve isn't going to come out with any more team patches or team patch packs or whatever, these are kind of a one-of-a-kind item that's also decreasing. I think these are a really, really cool item with really strong fundamentals. They're getting more old, more rare, more unique by the year. And yeah, these things are up 11% in the past month. I think they're actually very, very cool. And then we have, obviously the patches inside of them, like the Mouse Gold patch from Stockholm, that's up 4%. So it's not like the entire patch market is just crashing. It's not like the entire patch market is doomed or anything like that. I do think the Bayonet Frog in particular is this really, really crazy item where it's been so expensive and had so much speculation, so much FOMO into it that it coming back down a little bit isn't totally unexpected. But yeah, pretty insane. Obviously, with the major drop off being down 33% like it has been in the past month, it has definitely been crazy to see. But yeah, still doing very, very good in the long run. And what should we do about patches overall? Again, like I said, I'm not too worried about new patches coming out because I think the fundamentals of the Operation Riptide patches and some of these other patches are still very, very good. And honestly, in a weird way, new patches could bring more kind of awareness to patches and get people to start using them more. And if people start using them more, that could be good for some of these other ones. If Valve does put out some new cool patches and stuff like that, that could be actually good in a weird way. Yes, it would it would take away some demand from some of the Operation Riptide patches, especially if Valve puts out some really cool new patches. Some of the money will definitely flow into those. But, overall, like I said, if more people start using patches and applying them and crafting on agents, that will be good for the Operation Riptide patches in the long run. I think another reason probably why the patches have been going down as well is obviously just the Armory update being out. People are putting more and more money into the Armory stuff. Now, I don't think people are selling Bayonet Frogs to buy Armory passes or anything like that, but for some of the other patches, that definitely could be a thing. So that's something to watch out for. Another big thing to watch out for here is the new agent customization that keeps kind of getting teased and hinted and whatever. I know a lot of people are kind of worried about that as far as agents, saying that, new agent customization could be really bad for agent prices, because if you can just customize your agent, make him super sick, you don't need to spend $150 on a Miami Daryl. You can just make a super cool cheap agent or whatever. But agent customization, I think, actually could be really good for patches, because as agents get highlighted more and customizing your agent and designing them gets more and more a focal point and like actually utilized, adding patches and making patches another form of that customization and utilization could end up being really, really good for patches. So I think that's something people might be sleeping on a little bit right now, because we've seen agent prices going down a little bit as we get more and more leaks about the agent customization coming soon. Well, I think that would overall be a good thing for patches. And we also saw, the new crafting update to items that we got at the beginning of 2024. We could get some kind of crafting update to patches as well. Maybe we get 4x patches on agents. Maybe we get, you can move the patches around on agents. That stuff could be on the horizon. Obviously, that's a little bit more speculative stuff, but I think that could be coming soon. But again, yes, obviously, people are panicking. Bayonet Frog has been getting killed over the past month, but all the other patches, even if some of them are down, they're not down as bad. And still, the Bayonet Frog, it's up 103% in the past year. So I don't think it's time to panic just yet. I think Operation Riptide and all the other patches are still going to be okay. And maybe it's even an opportunity to buy some of these at a discount. I don't know. Pretty much over this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.